Hello everyone, I'm teacher EJ. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, I would like to talk a past year question from APMOPS 2019, which is about the sequence and series. Now, let's have a look. So, Daniel read a book. On the first day, he reads 5 pages in 5 minutes. On the second day, he reads 6 pages in 10 minutes. On the third day, he reads 7 pages in 15 minutes. Each day thereafter, Daniel read 1 more page and he spent 5 more minutes than he did in the previous day. When Daniel completed reading this 396-page book, how long in hours did Daniel spend in total? So guys, how do we solve this question? So we say that we need to find how many hours needed to complete the 396 book. Do you guys know what does this mean? For example, let's say we have the day, page, and the minutes. So we know that for the first day, it will be 5 pages and 5 minutes to read. Then in the second day, it will be 6 pages and 10 minutes to read. Again, in the third day, it will be 7 pages and 15 minutes to read. Finally, for the fourth day, it will be 8 pages and 20 minutes to read. And it will continue until a day, but right now, we do not know about it. So what is this 396 pages referring to? Oh, it is actually the sum of the pages for all the day, right? Not just one day, right? This means that we have to use 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 and all the other pages, which will equal to 396. We are not very familiar with the addition starting from 5. So what can we do here? Oh, so we can actually add 1, 2, 3, and 4 and make sure that we need to minus them up at the back, which will also be equal to 396. So now, how do we do this calculation then? Right, no worries. Let's look at an example first, right? So now, let's imagine a teacher asks a class to quickly add all the numbers from 1 to 100. So now, we want to calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3 and until 100. So it will calculate 1 by 1. It will take a lot of time, right? How do we do this calculation easily? Oh, so the first method that many students will use is to pair them up. For example, we pair 1 with 100, we pair 2 with 99, and we can also pair 3 with 98. So this is all of the number pair here. Then you will realize that, oh, the sum of each pair of number is just 101. So now guys, how many pair of such number do we have? Oh, we have 50 pair. So we just have to use 101 multiplied by 50 and you will get 5050. But guys, in this method, we want to pair up our number. So the number of the number should be an even number. But what if the number of a number here is not even? Oh, we'll need to figure out the middle number. But if there is a lot of the number, then it will be hard for us to find the middle number using this method. So now, let me show you another method here. So now again, we want to add 1 until 100. So what if I write the calculation backward? Oh, now you can see that the first number that we write normally and the first number that we write backward, the sum is 101. And in fact, all the subsequent number we sum them up, we will also get 101. So now we will get that it will be the sum of a lot of 101. But how many 101 do we have here? Oh, we have 100 of it. So we use 101, we multiply by 100. But now, the result we have here is a combination of 2 calculations. So we will need to divide it with 2. And finally, we will also obtain 5050. So guys, actually, there is a name for this kind of the number where the difference between 2 consecutive numbers is the same. We call this the arithmetic sequence. In this case, you can see that the difference of each consecutive number is 1. Then, when we want to find the sum, what do we do? So you can see that the number 1 and the number 100 actually is a sum of, is the first and the last number of all of these numbers here. Or we can say that it is the first and the last item. So the first thing that we need to add them up. Then we have to multiply by how many items is there. And finally, we divided by 2. Right, now let's go back to our question. So now we have learned how do we calculate the sum of the numbers. But in this case, we do not know what is the last number, right? Oh, so what we have to do here is just try to assume that the last number is n. Then we will have bracket 1 plus n times n divided by 2, n minus 10, which is equal to 396. Now, let's try to find what will be the value of n. So we have bracket 1 plus n times n divided by 2, which is equal to 406. Then we have bracket 1 plus n times n, which is equal to 812. Oh, so in this case, 812 is just the multiplication of two consecutive numbers, n times n plus 1. If you want to find what is these two different numbers, it might be a little bit difficult, right? But since we know that they are the two consecutive numbers, so we can actually first let them be the same number. We just have to find n times n, which is closest to 812, but not larger than that. We call this the estimation method. So after trial and error, we will find that 28 squared, which is equal to 28 times 28, is equal to 784. So now, let's check our answer here. So we calculate 28 times 29, which is just exactly equal to 812. We confirm that the n is equal to 28. So now, what we found is the number of pages here. In order to calculate how long did Daniel spend in total, we will need to find the day. So how do we do that? Oh, since at the very beginning here, we add up 4 days at the front, right? So we just have to use 28 minus 4, which is just equal to 24 days. Now that we have found that the last day is 24, how do we find the minutes spent? Oh, let's try to observe it. So you can see that the first day it is 5 minutes, the second day it is 10 minutes, the third day it is 15 minutes. Can you see any relationship here? Oh, the minutes is actually just the day multiplied by 5. So let's just calculate what will be the minute in the 24th day. So we just have to use 24 multiplied by 5 and we'll get 120 minutes. Then we'll need to find the total minutes so that we can change it to the hours. So how do we find it? Oh, so you can see that the minute is actually also an arithmetic sequence with the difference which is 5. So for this, we just have to use the formula again, which is 5 plus 120 multiplied by 24 and divided by 2, which is equal to 1,500 minutes. Finally, we'll find that the total hour, right? So 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we just have to use 1,500 divided by 60. And we'll get 25 hours, which is our final answer. Right, so now let's summarize what we have learned in this question. We learned about the arithmetic sequence. But when we try to find the sum from an arithmetic sequence, we can just use the first item plus the last item. Then we multiply by the number of items. And finally, we divide by 2. And in this question, we try to find n from a multiplication of two consecutive numbers, n times n plus 1, with the given product. So firstly, we know that n times n plus 1 is actually approximately equal to n squared. We just have to find the n squared that is closest but not larger than the product. And we call this the estimation method. Right now, you can try to do this practice question and you can leave your answer at the comment section below. Right, so that's it for this video. You can join our WhatsApp group for more information about our activity. I hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.